Comics are a great way to encourage the reluctant reader. This is why I've chosen Comic Life for my third application to explore. Comic Life is an app that allows you to make comics using your own images. It is packed with everything you need to bring these images to life. It is a valuable resource in any classroom and can be implemented across the entire curriculum. When I introduced Comic Life to the classroom, I was happy to hear that most of the children had used it before. The task started as a whole class project whereby we created a storyboard using Lego figures. However, there was a catch. No narrative was allowed to be added to begin with. Once the visuals were complete, we then broke off into smaller groups to complete the comic by adding speech bubbles and the narrative. The results were amazing. Even though the same visual were used across the whole class, we ended up with a comic that had a range of completely different storylines. The most popular was presented with the Superhero Award, also made using Comic Life. What you've been watching is the original template that was put together by the class before any narrative was added. My first application is a programming software called Scratch. You can use it to create your own projects, animations, stories, games, art, music, and characters. I use Scratch to get my students to design a game, and they documented their process by way of a journal. The students worked in groups. A task was carefully structured to cater for cooperative learning. Each student's project required them to create their own mini-game. The group would then look at, play, and provide feedback on each other's creation. The original coder would then tweak their game according to the feedback they received. Each minigame was then joined together to create a series of game levels. The children were very excited about this task, and after the initial learning phase on how to use the app, the group set about exploring their ideas. The results were fantastic. Using the coding strategies in Scratch, students learn important techniques for solving problems, designing projects, and creating community ideas. Scratch certainly gave me a new insight into the world of coding. The second application I chose to explore and use in the classroom is Stop Motion Studio. It is a product that gives you a great insight into stop motion movie making. With the likes of Wallace and Gromit and those groovy Lego movie shorts, it wasn't long before the students were hooked. What you are watching here are examples of the students' work. After the initial setup on their Bring Your Own Device iPads, we explored how the app works and what was needed to produce a movie. The task was to produce a movie as an individual in their own time. This movie was then presented to the class and assessed by their peers. As you can see, the children's reaction to this task was one of pure imagination. It had made for a fun afternoon.